Um, One of the reasons why I wanted to have you in the show, it's because for my audience and my generation mostly,
Mhm.
fitness. I mean, like and I say I'm generalizing.
Mhm.
We are very I don't want to get fat oriented,
Yeah.
and if I am not fat, then that's good enough for me. That's okay. I'm not fat. That's cool. Do you want muscles? No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Mhm.
So there is a belief that well, muscles are like a bonus, like a cherry on top, but not necessary. If you are thin, then and you can get away with eating shit and doing nothing, then you got the lotto. Can you please help us clear how is it that when people get old and and
Mhm.
and weaker and not as robust as when we were younger,
Mhm.
how does that happen, why it happens, and when does it start happening?
Yeah. So I'm gonna take a big leap and start basically with a broad science. So we know
Mm-hmm.
from the big papers, from the big cross-sectional research, that people from the age of about 20 onwards, they consistently lose muscle onward, like basically from the year they're 20 till 80 or whenever they are going to die. They're
That still
going
blows
to,
my mind, even the
or
second or
90.
third time I've heard it.
Yeah, they are basically constantly losing a bit of their muscle mass. Why is that bad? Basically, you can think of muscle mass as a protective element or as a protective shield for your joints, for your ligaments, for your organs, even, right? So, a person who has more musculature, not only will they have more potential function, like they can sit down easier, they can walk for longer, but also if they are 80 or 90 years old, if they fall down and they have a lot of muscle mass around their knees or around their spine, right? Their spine will be protected. Those forces will be protective for an injury. Like we know, for example, if you're well built, you have a lot higher chances of surviving a car accident, for example, because the forces that are active there can literally protect your spine, right? So
It's armor,
that's
basically.
yeah. So that's like it's this protective element, and because you said like people don't want to gain muscle, they just want to stay lean. Yes, that's possible, but I would say for a good um, for a well, like we also have research that shows that people who engage in regular strength training compared to say just walking or endurance training, they also tend to stay leaner, measured by waist circumference, so
Mm-hmm.
by waistline. And so basically it makes sense to, even though if you don't want to do bodybuilding per se, it makes sense to have a good base in strength training um, for your aging process.